afternoon to you and welcome to Bena Midday News, coming to you live from Atomic Junction, Benap House, Medina. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Coming up in the headlines: KT Hammond to lay ally on cement price regulation after manufacturers boycotted meeting. Government pays school feeding caterers first term arrears. Bagbin calls for abolition of ex-gratia payments and declares the system as outdated. Details of the stories comes up shortly. Thank you for staying with us. Don't forget we're streaming live on Facebook and on YouTube at Bena TV. Moving on to our first story. Speaker of Parliament Algwan Sumana Kingsford Bagbin has reiterated that his stance on ex-gratia payment to Article 71 office holders, insisting it no longer serves its intended purpose. According to him, the original intention behind ex-gratia payments for certain public servants and political office holders was to combat corruption, but this is no longer the case in the current dispensation.
Speaking at a public forum in Kumasi to mark the 30th anniversary of the Fourth Republican Parliament, Alban Bagbin emphasized that the payments were initially to ensure public servants and political office holders that their needs will be taken care of after leaving office, encouraging them to patronize the people's interest over personal gains. However, he acknowledged that in practice, this has not been the case, and the payment has not effectively curbed corruption. The Speaker emphasized his support for amending Article 71 of the Constitution to abolish ex-gratia payments, which he believes have become unnecessary. According to him, the concept was to curb corruption and encourage selflessness among people occupying important public positions, but insisted has not served its purpose in practice.
Marketing companies have begun upwardly adjusting fuel prices at the pump following the commencement of the first pricing window in July. This, according to energy think tanks such as the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers and Institute for Energy Security, is attributable to the rising cost of refined petroleum products on the international market and the depreciation of the cedi.
In line with this development, some oil marketing companies such as Star Oil have begun increasing their prices. Currently, a liter of petrol is selling at 13.83 Ghana cedis, up from 13.66 Ghana cedis in the second pricing window of June, while diesel is selling at 14.79 Ghana cedis, up from 13.97 Ghana cedis in the second pricing window of June. Shell is selling a liter of petrol at 14.80 Ghana cedis, while a liter of diesel is being sold at 14.92 Ghana cedis. Previously, petrol was selling at 14.60 per liter, while diesel was going for 14.75 per liter in the second pricing window of June. Major market leaders such as state-owned GOIL and Total Energies are yet to announce a price increment. GOIL, for instance, is selling a liter of petrol at 14.80 Ghana cedis, while a liter of diesel XP is sold to consumers at 14.92 Ghana cedis per liter. Total Energies, meanwhile, has consistently retained its prices for petrol at 14.85 Ghana cedis and diesel at 14.95 Ghana cedis in at least the preceding two pricing windows.
Trade and Industry Minister K.T. Hammond is expected to lay before Parliament the legislative instrument seeking to regulate prices of cement after representatives of cement manufacturers boycotted a stakeholder meeting on Monday, July 1, 2024. Concerns have been raised about the rising cement prices, with a bag selling for an average of 105 Ghana cedis. To halt the rise, the government initiated processes to regulate the cost by introducing a legislative instrument.
A meeting was scheduled between the Trade and Industry Minister and major players in the cement industry to discuss the airline, but they later boycotted it. Representatives from major cement manufacturers including Gasem, Dangote, CBI, CIMAC and Diamond Cement boycotted the stakeholder meeting. The boycott was triggered by the unexpected presence of the media at the ministry's premises. The representative stated that the meeting was intended to be a closed-door session. They expressed their surprise and dissatisfaction with the minister's decision to invite the media without any prior notice, leading them to walk out of the engagement. Despite the boycott, K.T. Hammond insisted on including the media in the meeting. He proceeded to address the journalists, emphasizing his commitment to protecting the interest of the state. The National Democratic Congress (NDC) has described the airline as an indication of the wickedness of the Akufo-Addo-led government towards Ghanaians. Consumer Protection Organization (CATS) International also criticized the airline and urged Parliament to reject when it is laid.
The government of Ghana says it has fulfilled its commitment to caterers under the Ghana School Feeding Program by paying the arrears of the first term of the 2023-2024 academic year. This payment, facilitated through the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, covers all 16 regions of the country.
A statement issued by the GSFP on Monday, July 1 said the academic term, which began on October 3, 2023, include 58 official cooking days. However, caterers were instructed to use the initial 4 days from October 3 to October 6 to clean their kitchen environment in an adjusted total of 54 cooking days. Consequently, the caterers have been compensated for the 54 days of a rate of 1 Ghana cedis and 20 pesos per child per school day. The National Secretariat of the GSFP has emphasized that payments were made based on the actual number of days caterers provided meals to the beneficiary students. The clarification aimed to ensure transparency and accuracy in the disbursement process. The head of public relations, Siba Alpha, who signed the statement, commended the caterers for their patience and dedication despite delay in the payment process.
Away from that, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has urged the government to take action against stakeholders of banks and financial institutions implicated in the financial sector cleanup. According to Dr. Addison, there is a need for accountability, hence these individuals should be held responsible for their actions and inactions. The governor expressed concerns over the government's slow pace in addressing this matter, calling for more prompt and decisive action. The National Monetary Fund on Monday, July 1st, Dr. Anderson said, all those who are still holding funds that were meant for the exercise must be pursued, adding that it is taking a really long time to bring the matters to a close, but insisting the need for the state to persevere in pursuing all who are culpable in the misappropriation of depositors' funds. The Bank of Ghana embarked on a banking sector cleanup, recapitalization, and the other regulatory reforms from mid-2017 to end December 2018 in line with its mandate to promote the safety, soundness, and stability of the financial system to support economic growth. The General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, Fifi Fiavi Kwete, has said the party will not depend on the courts to achieve victory in 2024 general election. He stated that the party would marshal all competencies of loyal members with properly trained polling agents who would not yield to bribery or corruption in order to secure victory.
Speaking in an interview with the media, Fifi Kwete emphasized the importance of accurate collation of results and ensuring that every level of the party did its job. Fifi Kwete said the NDC will not put their destiny in the hands of the law courts and charge party faithfuls to get to the field and ensure that the NDC wins convincingly even before the final whistle. He called on electorate to prioritize the interests of the country above personal issues as the country approached the general elections, adding that the upcoming elections were not just about the NDC, but a fight for the country's soul and future. He urged Ghanaians to come together to oust the current regime, which he accused of economic mismanagement, insensitivity, deception, lawlessness, corruption, and selfishness. The NDC General Secretary also called on the Electoral Commission to assure Ghanaians of its neutrality and responsibility to conduct free and fair elections without bias towards any political party. He emphasized that the EC's job was to ensure a fair process and not to help any party to win power.
In some international stories, Turkey through its Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan has mediated talks between Somalia and Ethiopia on Monday in an attempt to ease diplomatic tensions between the two African neighbors. The Foreign Minister of Ethiopia, Taye Aski Selassie, and his Somalian counterpart Ahmed Muallim Fiki had a candid and forward-looking exchange concerning their differences.
The tensions arose after Ethiopia signed a memorandum of understanding with breakaway region of Somaliland in January, which Somalia condemned as a violation of its sovereignty and territorial integrity. The memorandum aimed to grant Ethiopia access to sea through Somaliland in exchange for Ethiopia recognizing Somaliland as an independent country. A second round of discussions is scheduled in Ankara on September 2nd as both countries reiterated their commitment to peacefully resolving their differences and express appreciation to Turkey for its facilitation and constructive contributions.
In sport, Ghana FA Cup champions Nsuotireman FC and Maxwell Kunedu have agreed for the latter to leave the club in the coming days to complete a move to South Africa League club Black Leopards. The two-time former assistant coach of the Ghana senior national team is on the brink of joining South Africa's Black Leopard after mutually parting ways with Nsuotireman FC.
Apparently, the offer has been on the table since March this year, but Nsuotireman wanted to focus on the FA Cup. The other reason was that the Nsuotireman-based club was adamant about letting go of the former Asante Kotoko coach and even requested that his remaining contract is bought by Black Leopards. However, a meeting late last week appears to have both parties reached an agreement for his departure. The deal is reportedly in its final stage. Under Kunedu's leadership, Nsuotireman secured the Kano FA Cup and achieved a fourth-place finish in the Premier League, garnering attention from various clubs. His successful stint has now led him to a new opportunity in South Africa, where he is expected to sign a 3-year contract with Black Leopards this week, the media reports.
I will bring the bulletin to an end. Log on to our website www.benamultimedia.com for more news. My name is Sherifatu Ayuba. Enjoy the rest of our programs.